hierarchy of clinical code terminologies. Clinical codes are structured together in terminologies or dictionaries, and they tend to be structured in the form of a hierarchy like this. The root node would be a concept, so everything in your terminology can be defined as a concept. Top-level examples of a concept within the medical domain might be medication, diagnosis, or symptom. Beneath medication, you would have types of medication, for example, the class of antihypertensive drugs. An ACE inhibitor is an example of an antihypertensive drug, and ramipril is an example of an ACE inhibitor. The hierarchy works on what is known as a is-a relationship. So as you navigate up through the hierarchy, you use the phrase is-a. So in this case, ramipril is an ACE inhibitor. An ACE inhibitor is an antihypertensive drug. An antihypertensive drug is a medication, and a medication is a concept. Let's look at an example for ReadCode version 2. Here, every code is a 5-character combination of letters and numbers. So starting from the bottom, we have ramipril 10 mg tablets, the code BI6E dot. That is a type of ramipril, which has the code BI6 dot dot. Ramipril is an ACE inhibitor, which has the code BI dot dot dot. An ACE inhibitor is a cardiovascular drug, which has the code simply B, and then a cardiovascular drug is a read code, because everything within this terminology is a read code. One of the problems with read code is it's only 5 digits, and because each child uses what's called a prefix hierarchy, so BI is a child of B, it means you can only have single inheritance, so a code cannot have 2 parents, and it also means you're restricted to at most 5 levels of hierarchy. Let's now look at SNOMED. SNOMED is a much larger terminology, and it also allows for multiple inheritance. So as you can see, to get from the top, which is a SNOMED concept with code 1388750005, all the way down to the ramipril 10 mg oral tablets, there are now a lot more levels. You go via first pharmaceutical product, then medicinal product, a product containing an enzyme inhibitor, a product containing an ACE inhibitor, etc., etc. But it's possible to navigate this hierarchy in multiple ways. If we look at the second from bottom, product containing only ramipril in oral form, that has 2 parents, as well as product containing only ramipril, it is also a child of product containing ramipril in oral form. And a product containing ramipril in oral form is also a product in oral form, which in turn is a medicinal product. So here we see the code hierarchy has been separated from the codes themselves, which now allows for unlimited levels of hierarchy and also for multiple inheritance. As you can see from this, it is perhaps harder for a human to make sense of these codes and to understand them, however it is far easier for a machine.